Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Unlock Your Learning. In this video we are going to solve ICSE Mathematics class 8 chapter number 19 special type of quadrilaterals exercise 19D. Question number 8. Calculate the angles marked with small letters in the following diagrams. So we are supposed to calculate the values of the angle here A, okay, and we have to calculate it using the given information. What is given? First of all, A, B, C, D, this quadrilateral, it is a rectangle, that is given. And what else is given? The measure of angle A, O and B, that is 100 degrees. Okay, let's see. Angle AOB will be equal to angle DOC or not? Yes. Why? Because it is vertically opposite. Okay, these are vertically opposite angles. So AOB equals to angle DOC. That means this angle, it is 100 degrees as well. Fine, according to what we have done. Okay, I'm just labeling it rough, in a rough way. You can do it according to your own self. Fine. Now look. Okay, see here, DOC is 100 and ODC, it is what? A. Fine. So look here, in a rectangle, diagonals bisect each other, right? So in a diagonal, in a rectangle, the diagonals of a rectangle, they bisect each other, they divide them into two equal halves. That means if BD is one diagonal and AC is another diagonal, then you can see OD will be equal to OC. Yes or no? Fine. Because the diagonals of the rectangle, they are, first of all, they are equal and they bisect each other, okay, into two equal halves or whatever you want to write it. So here, from here we can say that OD will be equal to OC, right? You write one more thing, in a rectangle, diagonals bisect each other and are equal. Fine. So OD will be equal to OC, right? This side, it is equal to this side. Therefore, triangle now. Which triangle? DOC. Fine. Triangle DOC is an isosceles triangle. Fine. Triangle DOC, it is an isosceles triangle, because in an isosceles triangle there are three sides, out of which two sides are equal to each other, right? That is the thing. Okay, two adjacent sides. So now look, we have proven triangle DOC, it is what? Isosceles triangle. It is very easy, you just have to follow with me. So now when I have proved this, why have I proved it? See now, in an isosceles triangle, okay, it's a property of an isosceles triangle, and if the sides are equal, then this angle and this angle will also be equal. Okay, if the two sides, if they are equal, then their angles, then their corresponding angles will also be equal. Fine. This will be equal to this. Okay, and that means what? See here, ODC, angle ODC will be equal to angle OCD, angle OCD, isn't it? Yes or no? Fine. Because again, the two angles of the two sides, they are equal in an isosceles triangle. It's a property. Okay, so you can also mention the reason, since triangle DOC is isosceles. Fine. So that means this is A, this is 100 and this is also A. So now we will be using the angle sum property, okay, in triangle DOC. Okay, now shift the focus to only triangle DOC. Angle what is this? DO and C. Here one more line I forgot, angle DOC will be equal to 100. Okay, it's just the continuation of this. Okay, you write that down. So angle DOC plus, now DOC plus angle OCD plus angle ODC, it is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, simple. Angle DOC is 100. Angle OCD is what? See, OCD, it is A. So 100 plus A plus ODC, OD and C, it is A. So it is 180. So 100 plus 2A is equal to 180. Very simple equation. 2A is equal to 180 minus 100. 2A is equal to 80. So A will be equal to 80 by 2. That means A is equal to 40 degrees. Okay, that's the final answer of this part. Let us move on to the next part. Next part, you have to find the angles, this A and this B, right? These two letters you have to find, A and B. The figure given to you is again a rectangle, and we have PQRS this time. Let's see what is given. So first of all, what is given is that this figure, this quadrilateral PQRS, it's a rectangle. Okay, then what is given? PQS, the measure of this, or PQO, you can take whatever you want to take it, it is 23 degrees, right? Okay, so look carefully. Here what I will say here, look, in a rectangle, each interior angle is equal to 90 degrees. So angle PQS, or wait, angle PQR, right, will be equal to 90 degrees. Okay, therefore see here, P, Q and R, this entire thing, it will be 90 degrees. Yes, so PQR is made up of angle PQS, P, Q and S, and it is made up of what? SQR. Fine. PQS I know. What is the measure? 23 degrees. So can I not calculate angle SQR? Yes. Okay, that's what we are doing, because in the rectangle all the four angles, they measure 90 degree, and that means PQR will have the measure of 90 degree. PQR is made up of two parts, PQS and SQR. So if you add both of them, you should get 90 degrees. That is what we have done. I know the PQS measures 23 degrees. So angle SQR can be taken out from here. That will be 90 minus 23. Angle SQR is equal to 67 degrees, right? So we have taken out the value of SQR. Can I write SQR as OQR? Will it be wrong? No. Angle OQR is equal to 67 degrees. Both of them are same thing, right? So basically this part here, this SQR, that is 67 degrees, it is the same as angle OQR, so it is also 67. Now that means we know the measure of this part as well. If this is 23 and then this angle here, it is what? 67 degrees. Okay, that is clear. So this is all we know right now. We also have to find out one more thing. And what is that one more thing? We have to prove, we must prove that each triangle is the isosceles triangle. Four triangles you can see. Okay, what we have to look at is just QOR, QOR, triangle QOR. So look, in triangle QO and R, fine, OQ will be equal to OR. Why? Because diagonals are equal and bisect each other. Fine. So OQ will be equal to OR. That is simple thing, right? Because see, SQ is equal to PR. So half of SQ will be equal to half of PR. That means half of SQ it is OQ and half of PR is OR. OQ is equal to OR. Now that means therefore triangle QOR is an isosceles triangle. Okay, that means what? This side it is equal to this side. We have proven two sides are equal, therefore their angles will also be equal. It is the property of an isosceles triangle. Therefore angle, which two angles will be equal? OQR and QRO. Angle OQR will be equal to angle QRO. QRO. So OQR is 67 degrees and angle QRO measures 8 degrees. Therefore you have the first alphabet that you have to find out, A, that is 67 degrees. But question doesn't end here. We also have to find out what the measure of B. Two letters are given to us. We have only taken out one letter. Let's come to the second letter. Again, angle QRO plus angle ORS is equal to 90 degrees. This angle plus this angle will be 90 degrees or not? Yes. Which property? In a rectangle, each interior angle is 90 degrees. Okay. So yeah, I'll just write here interior angle is equal to 90 degrees in short. So QRO was A only. A is 67. Just replace the values. 67 plus angle ORS is 90 degree. 67 plus ORS. What is ORS? ORS. It is B. 67 plus B is equal to 90. Therefore B is equal to 90 minus 67. Therefore B is equal to 23 degrees. Another answer we have taken out. So finally what your answers will be? A equals to 67 degrees and B equals to 23 degrees. Okay, that's the final answer. And now let's move on to the next part. Now this is the third part and you have what? A rhombus. You have to find out X. Angle EFG is given 115. So what is the way? What do we do? If you see directly, if we even try to find it out, you will find that there is no way. The way is we have to construct a diagonal. So we will construct FH. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Right. We'll construct this diagonal that is called FH. Take this as a straight diagonal. Okay. It's not appearing, but doesn't matter. Right. So FH is constructed. That means FH will what? It will bisect the interior angles or not? Yes. Look here. Angle EFG will be equal to angle EHG or not? Yes. EFG equals to angle EH and G. Therefore angle EHG will be equal to 115 degrees. Okay. This angle, okay, this angle around point H, 115 degrees. Now comes the next part. This is 115 degrees, right? Now we will be using the property of rhombus that says what? In a rhombus diagonals bisect the interior angles. Okay, so in a rhombus, the diagonals, both the diagonals, they bisect the interior angles. Whatever angle is held at this part, it will be bisected by the diagonal. Okay, so that means what? Look here carefully. See, angle EFGH, sorry, angle EFG, not H. So angle EFG that is there, it is 115 degrees. So half of angle EFGH, that means what? Angle EFH, or wait a second, let's bring a center here, right? O, EFO. Okay, we are assuming O as our center. So therefore what we will obtain, look, EFO plus OFG, that is what it is equal to, right? EFO plus OFG, it will be equal to EFG. Therefore angle EF and O will be half of 115. That will be what? That will be 115 by 2, that is 57.5. Let's divide and check, right? It's going to be 57.5 only, right? Minus 10, 1, 5, 15, minus 14. Right, so 57.5 is coming, right? That's correct. Therefore, okay, therefore this whole is 115 and this part it is 57.5 degrees. So this angle, will it not be equal to this angle? Tell me, yes or no? Because it is alternate. Okay, these two are the pair of alternate angles. Okay, so angle EFO will be equal to OHG, angle OHG, because it is the pair of alternate angles, right? You can write it down rest by yourselves. Therefore angle OH and G will be equal to 57.5 degree. Good, fine, very easy. Therefore one more property we will be using. Okay, this part it is finished. Now in a rhombus, the diagonals bisect each other at right angles, or at right angles. What do I mean? If two diagonals are cutting, therefore all these four angles formed, it will be right angles. This is a simple rough sketch. Okay, that's what this property means, that I'm pretty sure we are all aware. So that means this angle will be right angle, that means this angle will be right angle, this one will also be right angle, and this angle right here, it will be right angle as well. Clear? All the four angles 90 degree. So angle, I'm talking about HOG. HOG will be equal to 90 degrees. Okay, HOG is 90 degrees. Okay, now we will come to the final part of this question, right? We have to find out X. Now come to triangle HOG. Come to this triangle. Okay, in triangle HOG, HOG, what property? Angle sum property. How many angles I know? 2. How many angles I don't know? 1. That is this X. Can I find the unknown angle? Yes, let's do that. So in triangle HOG, angle HOG plus angle OGH plus angle OHG. it is equal to 180 because sum of all the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Let me tell you what all we have taken out. Angle OHG 57.5 degree, angle HOG 90 degree. Okay, out of 3, 2 are already here, put them here. So OHG and HOG first 90 degree plus your OHG, that is what, 57.5. okay, and OGH, this is X. In place of OGH write down X. OHG you have taken it out, 57.5, you write that down, equals to 180 degrees. So X plus 0.5 here, 7 and 9, 5, 14, 147.5 equals to 180 degree. Therefore X is equal to 180 minus 147.5. How much is this? Let's subtract and see. 0.5 here, 79 and 2 and 3, 32.5. fine. So we get 32.5. so therefore X will be equal to 32.5 degrees. Okay, that is what the final answer. Okay, now let's move on to the next part. Now fourth part is again another rhombus. You have to find X, Y and Z. This is your PQRS. It's a rhombus with L in the center. Look, you have PSQ as 65 degrees. This is given. Angle PSQ is 65 degrees and SQR, it is representing Z. So will I not say angle PSQ is equal to angle SQR by what theorem? By the alternate angles. These two are a pair of alternate angles. Alternate angles are always equal. So PSQ will be equal to SQR. Therefore angle SQ and R will be equal to 65 degrees, or Z is equal to 65 degrees. It is the same, it doesn't matter. Okay, so Z we have taken out, one angle already we have taken out. Okay, that is 65 degrees. Out of all the three we have taken out Z first. Now for finding out X in a rhombus, diagonals bisect each other at right angles. This is very important, the word right angles. That is indicating that this is bisecting. Of course the diagonals are bisecting, but at right angles. Therefore the diagonals are forming 90 degree angles on each side. Okay, this it is. So this is also 90, this is also 90, this is also 90, this is also 90, all the four angles 90 degrees. Okay, therefore angle X is also formed because of the intersection only, right? So that means what? Angle SLR will be equal to 90 degrees, or you can say X will be equal to 90 degrees. Okay, how come SLR? SLR, it is only X, right? So you have to write down the name of the angle also, that is 90 degrees, and then you can tell it is X. So this part it is already X. Okay, now already 2 we have taken out, we have to find the third, right? We have taken out X, we have taken out Z, we have to find out Y. Look, in triangle, come to triangle SLP, or let's say PSL, fine, that will be better. So you have angle PSL, that is already known to you, 65 degrees. Okay, angle SPL, it is Y degrees. Okay, angle SLP, this one, what will this be? 90 degrees or not? Yes, angle SLP is equal to 90 degrees. Write down, given here also is visible. This one, for here again you can write down same property, in a rhombus diagonals bisect each other at right angles, right? Okay, so this is what we know. Therefore, angle PSL plus angle SPL plus angle SLP, it will be 180. When you add all the three angles of triangle, sum will come out to be 180. So angle PSL is 65 plus SPL, it is Y, SLP 90, that is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, cool. Let's bring this equation up here. 65 plus 90, so 596, 155 plus Y, it is equal to 180 degrees. So finally you can write it down. Y is equal to 180 minus 155, that is how many degrees? 5 here, and 7 minus 5, that is 25 degrees. It is the value of Y. X is already there and Z is already there. Our final answer will be X is equal to 90 degrees, Y equals to 25 degrees, Z equals to 65 degrees. That is clear. That is the answer. Let us move on to the next part. Now look at the fifth part. It is a square this time. Okay, you have to find A, you have to find B. Let's look carefully. AC is the diagonal. So in a square, each angle is 90 degrees and diagonals bisect interior angles. Okay, so each angle is 90 degrees. Suppose this is there, so it is 90 degrees. Same for all the four. And if diagonal will pass through it, it will be divided into two parts like this. One angle 45, another angle 45 as well. Okay, so that is the simple thing about it. Okay, and this is the property we're going to be using, okay, to find out what? To find out the angles. Look, angle D, C and Y, or wait, D, C and B. Okay, angle D, C, B will be equal to 90 degrees from the above property, right? Angle DCB will be 90 degree. This entire angle, it is 90 degree, right? This entire angle, and half of this, okay, angle ACB will be equal to half of angle DC and B. That means 90 half, that is 45 degrees. This whole, it was 90 degree, half of this is 45 degrees, right? 45 degrees. Now look, 84 is this angle. What will be the measure of this angle on the other side? Same, because it is vertically opposite. Very good. Let's see. Angle D, X and A will be 84 degrees. That is given. So angle DXA will be equal to angle C, X and Y. Okay, right? Okay, now see here, A is what? Not given, but angle CXY we have taken out, that will be 84 degrees only. This part right here, it is 84 degrees. So now in triangle CXY, this triangle, right? I'll make it a little big for you so it's very clearly visible, right? You have this angle, it is 45 degrees. This angle we have taken out as 84 degrees. This is angle A, this is C, this is X, this is Y. Look from here, what you will have? Angle C in triangle CXY, you have to use the angle sum property, right? Angle CXY plus angle XYC plus angle YCX. It is equal to 180 degrees. So look here carefully. CXY is 84 degrees. XYC it is A. YCX it is 45 equals to 180 degrees. So 984 129 plus A equals to 180 degrees. Therefore A equals to 180 minus 129. So A will be equal to what? 10 minus 9 1, 7 minus 2 5, 1 minus 1 0. A equals to 51 degree. Now look, you have to find B also. So what will be the measure of B? A will be equal to B, that will be equal to 51 degree. Why? Because it is alternate angle of each other, right? Angle A and angle B, you can see they are forming the pair of alternate angles, right? They are alternate, therefore they will be equal. So A will be 51 also, and B it will also measure 51 only. Let's move on to the next part. Sixth part is again a square. You have to find out X. Angle NMD is given 48 degrees. Let's look here. We know in a square the diagonals. In a square the diagonals bisect the interior angles, right? This is one property, and each interior angle is equal to 90 degrees. This is another property, right? Because if in a square there are 4 angles like this, each is a 90 degree angle. Fine. So what you will get here, look, angle EDC is equal to 90 degrees. ED and C, it is an interior angle, so it will be 90 degrees. Therefore MDN, right, angle MDN will be equal to what? See, MDN, this is being formed from FD like this. What is this? This is diagonal only. That means it will bisect this into 2 equal parts. These ED and C, it is 90 degree, and when the diagonal will touch this point D, it will bisect the two, right, the angle into 2 equal parts. So angle MDN is a result of that only, this part, right? This one, it is MDN. Okay, so angle MDN will be equal to half of angle EDC. That means 90 by 2. That means 45 degrees. Okay. So this MDN now, okay, it is known to us. What is the value of angle MDN? See, it is 45 degrees. Try to again, I'll enlarge it for you. Okay, I'm only taking out the rectangle part from the figure. Okay, this is M, this is D, this is N. This is just to make it simple, you don't have to write this. This is X. This was 48 as it was given to us. NMD, as I said, it is given. MD and N we have taken out, it is 45 degrees. Do you see anything that we can do? Any property we can apply? Yes, we can apply exterior angle property. That says the sum of the two opposite interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. Okay, look, X will be equal to angle NMD plus angle MDN, right? Exterior angle property. Fine. So x will be equal to NMD 48 plus 45. X will be equal to 3 and 1 there, 93 degrees. That is it. It is the final answer. And friends, this is all for today. If you are new to my YouTube channel, do not forget to subscribe and leave a like on this one. Till then, take good care of yourselves and bye bye.